I am thrilled to be joined by Heather Gallagher today from Boston National Title. Heather, thanks for taking time to talk to me.
Thanks for having me, Brian. Happy to be here.
Tell me what you do at Boston National Title and tell me what Boston National Title does in the marketplace.
I am Vice President of Business Development at Boston National Title, and my job is to bring in business to the company. We do residential and commercial and nationwide, and we're one of the largest national title agencies that do residential and commercial. What's nice about what I do is I can really be a one-stop shop for all my clients. A lot of attorneys that I work with have, mostly do the East Coast, but every now and then they'll have a random deal in California or, Colorado. It's just nice that we can kind of be that one-stop shop for them.
So let me back up a second. So let me ask a real for dummies question. When you have a title company, and who is your client? You mentioned attorneys, but where in the process of real estate, what happens? Who's your clients?
Most of my clients are realtors, mortgage lenders. I work with real estate attorneys, banks, several developers, but those are, I would say, my top 5.
Let me ask you the cliche question. Who's your ideal client? Is it a connector, like perhaps an attorney that might know a lot of different people? Who's that ideal client for you?
I would say that the ideal client, because at the end of the day, realtors have a huge influence on where they steer the title, but I would say mostly it's the real estate attorneys. And, not every real estate attorney is in bed with a title company, as they say. That's where I like to really build relationships with. And I think what sets me apart from a lot of other title companies is that I do a lot of networking. I consider myself a connector. And the difference is when you help clients grow their business, that's a huge value add. I would say 50% of my week I spend on networking and doing Zoom calls, meetings outside, coffee shops, lunches outside. So it's a lot of networking that enables you to have that platform to add value and really set yourself apart.
Well, we've talked about being the one-stop shop and the things you do. What are the things you don't do?
I don't do bad business.
Well, good. Good. And what does that mean to you? And this is a very important point, because one of the gut checks we've all had during our COVID-19 challenges is about relationships, about doing good business with people and who have our backs and things like that. So what is good business to you?
Well, I think good business is when you have a great company to back you. And, Boston National Title, we're a Blackstone portfolio company. And I think there's something to be said for that. We're not a mom and pop shop like many other title companies in the area are. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you are serving a lot of different clients on a commercial and residential way, it's just, you have to have that backing and the team and the support. I have a great boss who is out of New York, and she is fantastic. She runs our New York office, Nicole Wolosoff, and the whole team behind her in her office is fantastic. And then our headquarters is in Charlotte. Oh. So most of all my transaction works gets handled out of Charlotte.
So I want to ask you about business development and networking. What is the difference between those two things, and what techniques or methods are the most effective for you when you're building business and networking?
Well, I think in the beginning, when I build a relationship, or maybe it's obtaining a new client, it's very new and you're still learning about that person. Development is really digging deeper and kind of I like to say is peeling the layers of the onion, because everyone works differently and everyone has different needs. I have some clients that just want good service. Other clients, really want that collaboration and partnership. I think that the networking part is great, but the development part is really when you can take your business to the next level of finding out what their needs are.
So let me ask you, you're a member of the ABA networking group or business development group, the American Business Associates. How does a group like that help you develop business and create relationships?
Well, what I think is so different about ABA, and you just said it yourself, it's building those relationships. It's not just a one, quick fix and then on to the next. It is really people developing their relationships with one another, talking outside of the group, and really finding out, like, who do you know in your circle? Like, who is in Heather Gallagher's circle? I'm a nationwide title company, so it's like I know a lot of people. I do a lot of networking. I want to share my Rolodex with those people in ABA, and they're a wealth of information because not only are they connectors, but they really take the time to get to know you. It's a very unique group. I love it.
Well, listen, it's been great talking to you, and I love hearing about your business and the path you've had, and I can't thank you enough for taking time to talk.
Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.